Yay! It's the weekend. Those of you looking at the bar behind me, focus, focus, Ogbeni, focus. Okay, so we're in court today, the 10th of June, 2023, and we equally saw lots of things happen in court. First of all, I want to give a shout out to J.S. Okutekpa-san. Thank you so much, sir. You're really intelligent and you have demonstrated your legal sagacity in no small way. And also shout out to Vincent Otakupu, the man behind all of the evidence they bring in to court by the Labour Party. Really well done, well done, well done to you. So we had a subpoenaed witness coming to give evidence today, the person of Mr. Lucky from Channels TV. Now, the question is, there are two types of subpoena. We have the subpoena ad testificandum and subpoena duces tecum. Subpoena ad testificandum is a writ ordering a person to come and testify on oath about a particular occurrence, usually against the opposing party. And then subpoena duces tecum is a writ ordering a person to come give documentary evidence against the opposing party. So, which of them do you think Mr. Lucky falls into? Tell me. We don't know, right? That's why you need to click on that link. And then we'll be touching briefly Section 11 of the CBN Act, Emefiele's suspension, or will I call it a dismissal in disguise? Lots of juicy, so you just follow me. Cross-examination. Let me not even forget that. Come on up, hey. Why do you think Pinero-san, the counsel for the first respondent, did not even bother to cross-examine Mr. Lucky of Channels TV? Follow me, guys. Follow me. Welcome back to my channel. So it's time for Hot Gist. PEPT is becoming more and more interesting, but first of all, forgive my manners. If you're just joining me, it's Obehi and the Law. I say welcome to you. Welcome. And if you've been here before, still Obehi and the Law, and I'm welcoming you. I love you. Thank you for your amazing comments, your amazing shares. I don't even deserve this kind of love that you guys are showing me. Yeah, all are making me cry now. Who's cutting onions? Thank you so much. Oh God. So now back to court. Yeah, so we had tendering of evidence today and so on and so forth. But first of all, we had a subpoenaed witness, and I've already explained what a subpoena is. If you want to know, you could check the previous video where I talked about it. And then, of course, I've already mentioned. So for Mr. Lucky, he came in, and I think he was a duces tecum one because he did not actually testify per se, like an evidence on oath. He came in to drop like a documentary evidence. And he was not the maker of that particular evidence. It was a recording. So if you recall, Pinero-san, who is for the first respondent, okay, in case you don't know, for today we had Olujimi-san for the second and third respondent. And we had Fagbemi, Bashorun was in court this time, Bashorun-san for APC, which is the fourth respondent. And they seem to be behaving like Siamese twins. We like call them triplets now, because sometimes the INEC lawyer is with them and they together, they go about objecting and re-objecting and or I don't even know, whatever it is. But yeah, so Pinero-san was for the first respondent. And then when Lucky was asked to give his evidence, his ID card, first of all, just to establish or lay foundation, because you must lay foundation before you begin to give your witness statement on oath. So he laid foundation. I am this. I'm a senior editor in Channels TV, blah, blah, blah. And then he went ahead to lay foundation for it. So Ikweto-san was the head of the technical unit for Labour Party, was the one who played the tape to the court to hear. Remember, it was in a flash drive though, so it was split. Now, the first recording was Mahmood assuring Nigerians that the results will be transmitted real time to IREV. Real time means immediately as we're getting the result. That was the promise he made. But that did not happen. Now, there's something called the law of estoppel. Now, the law of estoppel is if you have asserted a particular thing, you do not have any right to go back on that. And this is equally predicated in the Electoral Act. So, even in the INEC guidelines, so I don't know why he made a statement, but that was not what actually played out in court. So he should be found guilty of, that infringing that law of estoppel, where you assert a particular thing and you are not expected to go back on your words, for that particular thing to happen. And then the second video was Festus Okoye blabbing and stating that, oh yes, there were actually glitches, but even if this particular glitch happens in the gubernatorial elections, no problem. We have technical people who would help. They know what to do. So if they know what to do for gubernatorial, why did they not know what to do for the presidential one? What happened to their knowledge? And then remember that we had a witness coming sometime this week. The guy who came in looking really fine and handsome, Tinubu, to talk about how the AWS, which is the Amazon Web Service, is almost so good that there is always a 99% chance of success. That 1% is as in almost not happening. Do you understand? So the fact that they claim to have had glitches during the presidential is unfounded, based on that evidence that was tendered by Tinubu. And this particular statement from Festus is corroborating that, stating that I'm sure for WBS, even though they applied or they supplied that particular network which was used, they must have even told them, in case there is any glitch, do A, B, C. That was why Festus Okoye would have said that even if we have any glitch, we know what to do. Do you understand the logic now? So it's going to be funny. And then the third one for the double nomination. That's why I said PDP, they did not look carefully. I mentioned it earlier and I'm going to say it again. LP lawyers are literally walking on eggshells to ensure that they do not disobey the law in any sense. They are walking on eggshells. They are trying. They don't even want anything that will make them, because, bro, any little mistake, their case will just be struck out and that's the end. That's why intelligence is coming into play like mad. Now, why am I saying this? Look at what happened to the motion for interrogatories to be served on the respondents, the first respondent, INEC. Look at how it was thrown out. Why? Because it was out of time. It's supposed to be a pre-hearing practice where you send questions. And I think LP, they had 10 questions, 10 short questions for INEC to answer. But they did not do anything with respect to, reminding the court that, oh, this motion has not been, ruled on. My lord, the motion for interrogatories, So hearing had already started. So unfortunately, the court said it will be struck out because it was already filed out of time. And they did not remind the court. And that particular thing is supposed to be what? If that particular motion is supposed to be a pre-hearing matter. But now we are in hearing, gongo. So you cannot come and say, so for that one, but I don't think it will adversely affect, because if you ask them to answer a question, if I'm holding your bag and you're sending me questions to ask me, I will be telling you to go to ABC. I will not let you know that I'm holding your bag. Abi, is that not how it is? So definitely, I'm sure that's where, it's not really going to do a lot. If at all it will do, it's just going to be a minimal effect to the case. They have more than enough, evidence to drown the court in than for interrogatories of like 10 questions. I don't think that should be the issue. Now, for the cross-examination, they were asking questions like, the first respondent, INEC said, Pinero-san, he said, I don't have any question. Say, you're a very lucky man because I don't have any question for you. You remember his name is Lucky. But APC, Tinubu, somebody says Tinubu, and Shettima's lawyers, I'm sure they wanted to justify their professional fees that were paid to them. So they stood up and they were questioning. Are you the cameraman who took this, did this recording? Say no. Or is the cameraman still alive? Said yes. Is Yakub still alive? Said yes. As in they were referring to the INEC chairman, that's Yakub Mahmoud. Is he still alive? Said yes. So they were like, now at first I was like, what are they herding at? And then I remembered section 83 of the Evidence Act. Oh yeah, section 83 of the Evidence Act, which states that it is only that person, the maker, when tendering electronic evidence, it is only the maker of that, evidence that would tender it. And the only exception is except that person is dead or nowhere to be found. That was why they asked that question. But there are other cases that have actually ruled, against it. I'm surprised that the APC and the Shettima Tinubu's lawyers, because there are actually cases which has sort of provided clarity or provided extra exceptions to that particular case. And the exception is that not necessarily would the owner or the maker of that electronic evidence be available to present that evidence in court. Any agent of that company or that establishment can equally, based on authorization from that establishment, present such electronic evidence in court, and it will be admitted and found valid in evidence. And we have cases like Elias versus FRN, and I think Alhaji Abbasatimi's case talks about it. So I'm sure that was why Pinero knew this, and that was why he did not bother, to cross-examine this person, because he was within, the confines of the law to bring such document and tender his witness statement on oath with regards to that document. So I don't know why they did that, because I think that was where they were going, but the law has moved beyond only the maker, so that, you don't create unnecessary hardship, and we don't rule based on mere technicalities where, hardship and justice would be deemed not to have been served on people, the respective parties. So I don't know why they did that, but whatever it is. So I think we still went ahead to tender the EC 40G, EC 40G1, EC 40GPU for the polling units. That's areas that were cancelled, areas where they had problems or disruptions. That's the evidence that they are going to be tendering IREV documents this time around. So it's going to be interesting. But our case was adjourned to the 13th of June 2023, and we are now moving back to morning, which is it's better because the judges are fresh and ready to hear the matter. So we're back in court. I thought they said they were going to sit on Monday though, but I think they changed their minds. But hopefully it will not affect anything. Hopefully not. But yeah, let's see how it goes. If you have your mandate, pray for it to be released to you if you feel that your mandate has been stolen. So on Emefiele, I would produce a video on it. I just want to make you, because a lot of persons have been coming to me, I just want to let you know that I'm aware of Emefiele's case. I am aware of Emefiele's case. But the thing is, just a cap on that. Section 11 of the CBN Act states that the removal of the CBN governor can be done by the president, but with 2/3 majority of the House of Senate. I don't think that happened. So I don't know. So we are yet again on the line of unconstitutionality in Nigeria. I know, yes, Emefiele may have done a lot of things. We'll talk about all of these things, but I just feel like we should follow the law. Nobody is above the law. So that's what I would say for now. But yeah, that's what I would say for now. And just watch out for more videos on this thing. It's the weekend. The bar, I know, right? Anyway, it's the weekend. So guys, just go have fun, stretch yourself. It's going to be a long weekend, really, because Monday is pub holiday for those who are in Nigeria. So enjoy yourself, have fun, and don't stop praying for Nigeria. Bye.